Hey, what's up, Gemini, and welcome to the channel, and welcome to your April 2020 monthly tarot card reading. My name is Robin, and this is AriesFireTarot. So guys, once again, welcome here. So, like I said, I'm doing a reading for April 2020. This is going to be a general tarot card reading, and I hope you enjoy. Just keep in mind, guys, it's it's a general read, but if you were guided here to click on the link, there's probably something here for you guys to learn. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. I hope it's an entertaining one, and thanks so much for your comments and the likes and shares and subscribes, everybody. I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna get right into the reading. I like to keep the small talk down to a minimum. First of all, I have no small talk, and I find it annoying when tarot card readers go on and on and on before they start the reading, so that's kind of my style. So we're gonna look at the energy of the new month to sort of, why am I getting the phrase crack on with the reading? But anyway, one of the spirit guides, probably British, hanging around. So let's have a look at the energy of the new month for you guys, and I'll do a deck cut. Oh, I love this card for you guys right away. So we've got the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins is just a very highly practical energy. She's very focused, very goal oriented. She doesn't really get rattled by anything going on around her. You know, if you can think about the calmest, high achieving person that you know in your life, this energy is going to be available to you. I also see the possibility of somebody coming in with a gift to help you, possibly with leadership, or to help put you on the right track. And some of you could be getting a gift of finance from somebody in your life. I'm really definitely seeing you guys have a very powerful aura. It could be like coming out of the winter blues. If you live anywhere in the region where I do, you could start to feel a little bit more strong. Winter can really get down on people, like especially where I live. It's really hard to enjoy any sort of outdoor creativity because it's so cold. So you could be coming into a bit of a fresher season and feeling more like yourself, and just starting to get more realigned. You know, the sun is stronger. It's a really huge influence. You guys may have started sun gazing for some of you, or you could be thinking about it, or it could be a really good benefit for you guys. So we've got a really high powered energy coming into April, and there is a possibility of a leadership available to you, a mentor, or the gift of some cash, which is always nice, any and all. So something to leave behind or move past, you guys. Got the shadow self here with the devil. You know, the devil is like basically fending off habits that no longer serve you, filtering out people that do not have your highest good in their heart. You can see that there's two characters here, and they're shackled to the devil. And the devil really talks about, the battle within, the inner battle. It's like some people believe you have an angel on one shoulder and a devil on one shoulder, and they're both constantly talking. You're probably having conversations to yourself constantly. With the, hey, you should do that. Oh, no, you shouldn't. Especially if you've had a bad habit that used to sort of overwhelm your life. You know what I mean? Like I was a smoker for a long time. I know. I grew up in the 80s and smoking was encouraged. But you know what I mean? Like possibly whatever the habit is, if it's gambling, like binge eating, drinking, dating the wrong people, or just constantly getting yourself into circumstances that are not good for you, because it was your go-to comfort thing. So this is something that you're going to be able to leave behind you, and you do have the power of the Queen of Coins. And maybe this is where this mentor person is going to come in too and say, hey, I've got some really good strategies for you to sort of let all that go, because you have a bigger, brighter future ahead of you. And this stuff it's just getting in the way. And some of it can be really fun, don't get me wrong. But I mean, it can also like dry you up to a certain extent too, and leave you feeling like the next day maybe not feeling so great, So something to leave behind, the inner battle, sort of the slippery slope effect, and just really move on and do like what's best for you and your health and your higher self and your journey and, you know, accomplishing goals. So the next card we're going to look at, guys, is how can I get the most of the new month? Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. So you do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which means that there's a higher level to be attained. And it looks like the universe is going to give this to you. You really have accomplished something here. And it could even just happen because you're feeling like you're on top of the world. Like once you start to feel your way into alignment, things will change for you. You know, the way that you think about things, it affects how your reality responds to you. So if you start moving away from shadow self behavior, and some of you could be coming out of that dark night of the soul. If you're not familiar with dark night of the soul, but you had a really rough go of it emotionally and all that, like if you went through a really dark time, I would really suggest that you look into that. It could explain a lot to you. Some people go through the dark night of the soul right before they awaken and ascend and start to act in ways that are most beneficial to their welfare, you know, spiritually, energetically, physically, intellectually, just really coming out of that phase of life where you were sort of walking through the valley of death. Do you know what I mean? So you do have a higher path here. And once you start to shed all of these aspects, or at least tame them, you know what I mean, and put them in their place and say, okay, you guys, thank you very much for the party. I'm going to move on because I've got a goal in mind here. Then the universe is going to come in and go, oh, hey, well done you. And sort of take you to the next level, and brand new doors are going to start opening for you right away. So you got some really great cards there, and don't let the devil card freak you out, okay? The devil is part of you, you know? So something related to your spiritual journey that you should explore. So we've got the Queen of Wands here. So you have two queens. Just keep in mind that the queen is like the immediate liaison to the king. Something related to your spiritual journey. So the Queen of Wands, she looks pretty fierce in this card, you know? She's not just sitting back and letting other people call the shots, right? She's very, I'm getting the words gung-ho. She wants to move forward. She's got it like, she's got a brand new fire. Somebody lit a fire underneath her. Like this energy here is like, sometimes the Queen of Fire, she moves so much, she does so much for other people, she takes on way too much, and then she drops into a heap. So this is what I'm seeing here. It's sort of like being born from the flames and getting up again and sort of holding everything back that really, it's coming too close to you. It's like being a little bit more strong with pushing things back. You know, it's sometimes you're hanging out with the wrong person, and you feel bad about sort of blowing them off here. The Queen of Fire, she doesn't feel bad about stopping anybody or anything in their tracks. You know, so this is something that you need to do that for yourself. And if some of you are empaths, like learning how to block off your emotions, like to sort of protect yourself energetically, this is something that you're going to have to start doing. You know, and it could be through any sort of practice, whatever works for you. But I see that some of you went through a really difficult time, and it could be just in the past few months, but I'm seeing some of you like stretching into a year, 5 years, longer, where it's just everything was a little bit too much and overwhelming. And then finally you're just starting to pick yourself back up again and go, okay, I really don't want to go through that cycle again. So you'll be pushed to a different, higher level, and you'll be able to sort of attune into more positive levels of the people around you. And there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, you guys. You have to, you know, especially when you're going out with people, you know, you never know what kind of energy you're going to run into out there. And sometimes if you're feeling like really dense energies, you could be feeling somebody else's. So being able to push them back and say, no, I'm not allowing that to touch me. I've come too far. Like I finally made it up to the level where I'm not being dragged back down again by the shadow self, by the devil. You know, I really have a path here. I've got a helping hand. You know, somebody gave me a bursary or is going to help sponsor me or whatever. Give me a job, give me a raise, give me a promotion. You know, so I'm going to protect this with everything I've got. And you can be fierce and spiritual. You know, you can be sweet and strong. You don't have to pick. You know, you can be a combination. You know, somebody said to me once, they called me an M&M because I'm soft on the inside, like I'm a really sensitive person, but my outer shell is very hard, like an M&M. So when the circumstance is appropriate, I've got the toughest shell you've ever seen and nobody can touch me. But, you know, when the circumstances again are right, that softness comes out. So you don't have to pick. You can be a combination and sort of wear that whenever you need to. Okay, I need this mask right now. You know, I'm out in public. I'm on public transit. I'm at work. I'm at a family function that I'd rather not be at. You know, pick your personality and use it to your best advantage to protect your inner self and your aura. So, something to be mindful of, guys. We've got the Knave of Wands here. So, you do have some sort of message coming in for you. It's like there's messages from spirit and universe. They're trying to come in. I'm actually trying to connect you with people that are more aligned with your higher purpose. You've got some really interesting cards here. I want you to look really closely at the Knave where he's got actually you know, a letter here. So there's something coming in for you, some sort of message, definitely going to help propel you forward. And again, with the fire, you know, there's a fire burning in you, and you're going to start meeting those people that are going to be building up the flames of your desire and like making you want more for yourself, like showing you and making you understand that you deserve better and you deserve the highest possible outcome for your life. Steve Noble does this really interesting meditation. I listen to him quite a bit, and he's saying that, you know, where you are right now in your present reality, you're standing at the doorway of all these different possibilities, and where you go depends on the decisions that you make right now. So there are messages coming into you, and you need to be able to define which ones are going to lead you to the highest possible avenue for your future. And you do have messages coming in here, and you do have the help of somebody coming in. Don't get stuck in your past routines that were built to protect you, or you know what I mean? Just leave all that behind you. It's not a part of your current reality anymore. You've got a future to fight for, to attain. You've got this high possibility. Your highest possible realm is available to you right now. And there are messages coming into you. And I do believe that there is somebody coming in to help sort of illuminate that or give you a helping hand and put you sort of where you need to go to attain the highest level possible for your present and future self. A lot of information, you guys. So I hope this was helpful, and really watch out when you see this message coming in here. Like, check your junk folder, check your everything, your notifications that you might have missed on any social media, because I do believe somebody is reaching out to you to show you the path for you. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.